Well, a good afternoon and welcome to what is the 102nd Grande Parade, home of the Halloween capital of the world, Anoka. I'm Joe Ruhlin, joined along with Tim Anderson as we co-host this tremendous and historical event coming to you. And what a gorgeous day, Tim, to have on hand as well.
Man, it couldn't get any better than this. This is incredible. I mean, it's almost November. It's 60-some degrees. And there's thousands of people here. It's just so fun to see kids, parents, random people who I've never seen before in costume. Sometimes I don't even know if they're in costume. I'm not even 100% sure what they're wearing, but hey, it works. It's been great. It's been really festive so far, and we're off and running. And it's our first float. Kicks us off here in this Grande Parade. Here comes the Coon Rapids VFW in the color guard.
Hey, and a salute and a thank you to all the services and the year that they provide as well, and it's a great way to lead off this annual parade and allows us to kind of put things in perspective and give thanks.
It's our folks over at the Coon Rapids VFW. Thank you for them. Post 9625 coming out here to help us out. And hey,
look at that.
There's Joe. And then there's me.
Tim, what is happening still? You said you saw some strangers with costumes on, so
yeah,
that means they remain costumes.
I hung out with Mario and Luigi beforehand. I almost got beat up by the skeleton karate crew from Cobra Kai. I mean, it got really intense here for a little while.
It did, and welcome. It's great to have you with us this year, and enjoy it very much. American Legion coming our way as we take a look at the Legion Post float.
Post 102 on their way here, and again, another festive float, and man, we have so many floats in this parade. Probably, I think, what did we count?
About 140.
140.
And so 6 different divisions is what they'll break them down into, and get a look at William Gordon and the rest, as well as they launch the parade here, 2022 version. And last year the weather was great. This year it's even better.
Yeah, again, it couldn't be better. I mean, we were like 30 degrees 2 weeks ago with some snow, and now here we are pushing 70 degrees, and it's going to be awesome. Here comes our next float, too, the Sons of the American Legion, the Anoka squad, decked out in a sweet pontoon boat, and the Minions hanging out behind them. Now, this was your costume, Joe, I think, coming into the event.
It was, and I just filled it out too well. It was awkward for people to see me fill that costume out so well, so they downsized me.
Brought you to the announce table is what they did.
Yeah, there's an issue here with one of them.
That one looks like he's scuffling a little bit. He might need to, maybe we want to check him out real quick.
Some sort of issue
Get some maintenance out there on that.
And we've got buckets of candy ready to distribute, and the kids with buckets in front of us ready to collect.
Surrounded by kids here at our announce table in different costumes. We had a bear next to us earlier, a dragon. Really fun to see. Again, so many kids out, so many parents out, so many members of the community. And it is lined up for 1.5 miles on this parade route. All the runners that were here for the 5K just before the parade kicked off, really incredible.
That it is. Here you get a look at the Marines. And but they have, my brother actually, 2 Purple Hearts, served in the Marines during Vietnam, and always have historical and family attachment with the Marines itself, and also to military as a whole and their commitment.
Yeah. The Metro Marines Color Guard also here as well. They're doing all kinds of functions. Toys for Tots is among a few of them. 3 platoons in Champlin, Anoka, Hastings, and Forest Lake. They hold regular monthly meetings. Go check them out if you are a veteran Marine member in the community, especially Veterans Day coming up. Lots of activities that they are going to be involved in as we get another flyover from the awesome old school airplanes flying overhead. It's awesome.
Those flyovers are brought to you by a sponsor, but that is Federal Cartridge. Thank you, Federal Cartridge, for bringing us that flyovers each year. Just enjoy watching those planes, and now they're coming over individually. Another look.
You get a look at it.
And the Federal Cartridge part of that, bringing those flyovers.
There is Federal, speaking of them, in the Hocus Pocus float. You see Hocus Pocus too?
No, read the book though, hardcover.
Hardcover.
And but you know, kind of how I thought it would turn out.
Yeah. Turned out I was good with the first Hocus Pocus.
Yes,
Bette Midler on her own, Sarah Jessica Parker. That was good stuff. I enjoyed that.
That was solid.
I was 12 when that came out.
Really?
Yeah, I was. That's right.
Hey, we're going to look here.
Aspen Exteriors walking by with the signage. There's Dorothy and the Tin Man walking past us earlier. That was cool.
Aspen Exteriors is one of the nation's largest storm damage restoration companies in the nation, located right here in Anoka County, with thousands of happy customers. With recent local severe weather events such as wind and hail, call Aspen Exteriors today for a free, no obligation property inspection. We can be reached at 866-68-Aspen, 866-68-Aspen, or visit our website at aspenexteriors.com.
Say hello to the North Suburban Eye Specialist float as they zip past us, going a little too fast. I think I need everybody to slow it down to like 3 miles an hour here. Just going way too quickly for us, but there they are.
There's a golf course that needs a governor, but is on full throttle. I wanted to mention also just quickly the Federal Premium Employee Association Activities Committee have awoken, and the child-hungry Sanderson sisters on their Hocus Pocus float. Joining the sisters are Billy Butcherson, Max, Allison, and Danny. So thank you.
Our good friends at Ace coming by as their Carts on Parade group shows up.
You bet. Carts on Parade is an Ace solid waste community outreach program that promotes environmental awareness and recycling by engaging local community groups in a cart decorating contest, and also with cart brigades. So these cart brigades are kind of cool to see. A cash donation is made to the group of their efforts. In addition, Ace sponsors a decorating contest as well at the Anoka
Shameless
County
plug there as the QCTV truck is out there.
They whistled right by. Slow them down.
You got to slow them all. Joe, you got to either read faster or slow down. That's our good friend Catherine driving the QCTV truck today.
Proud to be a sponsor. She's the operations manager. Catherine has to put up with all of us. Catherine,
all of us.
Lenneberg,
that's nonsensical.
QCTV cargo van.
There's a running list of all the sponsors today to make the Grande Parade possible, as you can take a look. Again, at the bottom is our last group coming by, the Bob ambulance, basically, from the Bob Squad at Bob 106, the country station. Our guy Jim Erickson knows a little something about that, perhaps.
Yeah, you know, Jim, a big Whaling and Willie fan.
And the boys.
Yes.
For that matter.
Absolutely.
And they're going to keep up. They're trying to hand out candy, but we got some stragglers in that group, and they're trying to keep up, as you can see. And they need to. They might need to pick up the pace a little bit if they're going to keep up with all those guys going 200 miles an hour in front of us.
Hey, also keep in mind that QCTV is a local community channel. They bring you local government information like city council meetings. We are proud of the award-winning local sports coverage, and Taylor Johnson, who is directing the parade today. Taylor's back in that truck. Thanks a lot. And it's out on Friday nights with Ryan Mush as well. Ryan Mush and the rest of the crew are bringing live coverage of high school football. We had it last night at Champlain Park. Soccer, that was on Wednesday as Andover defeated Edina at White Bear Lake, and volleyball as well. QCTV produced a live local show every Wednesday at 2 p.m. The Post, and shows feature local community program. I honestly enjoy being a part of this team.
We certainly do. Both of us do. I enjoy it as well. Midwest Disability came by. Here comes the Invent.
Invent Hoffman has been based in the Anoka community for over 75 years. At Invent, our people matter.
Rocking the Scooby-Doo theme. Huge fan of that. Yeah, hey. Big fan. I saw like a 78-year-old Fred walk by earlier. And part of me wonders, like, you know, Fred maybe needs a change of wardrobe when we get to be about that age.
That's probably why Daphne wasn't with him in that.
That might have been it. Daphne flew the coop on that, said, pass. Now that Tom's available, I'm going to go say hi to Tom Brady or something.
You bet, and bring bold ideas along with the Invent Hoffman. Be authentic. Build the future of a more sustainable and electrified world. Join Invent Hoffman team in Anoka. Check out invent.com careers. And hey, those are some, I think I remember seeing some of those people in Boulder. I lived in Denver for a couple of times. They'd call them the granola guys. And
you have stuff like that in your closet right now. You got some bell bottoms and some tie dye in there. We know that. Come on now.
Yeah, but
you're still trying to figure out why Steppenwolf doesn't have a new album coming out. I mean, I know you. I'm on to you.
I had that pegged. So you're absolutely right. Nailed that one.
See, I've been hanging around you long enough to kind of figure out where you're all about. That's my thing.
So, and also hanging around so we could have some more of these cheese curds.
Yeah, we had cheese curds. We had the nice barbecue place down the road hook us up. I had an Applewood smoked brat. That was delightful.
Fine brat, stuck the landing.
Let's keep our sponsorship rolling, Joe. Here's Rise and Shine Garage Doors.
Hey, what fueled the start of their own company was the outstanding way their then and current company treated its employees and customers at Rise and Shine Garage Doors. They felt inspired to reach their goals, build a mission, and a statement from Rise and Shine Doors was created. Our work will always be guided by delivering the best customer service. We will accomplish this by using the highest quality products installed in a professional and courteous manner. Our commitment to meeting our customers' needs is essential to our success. Established in 2015 and with 20 plus years combined experience, Alex and Josh have mastered their technical and customer service skills. They're always drawn toward jobs that involve using the hands and solving problems. So they met roughly 10 years ago, and hence that's what they have today, a great up-and-coming company that's certainly trending.
Now, I love this one coming up. This is the Pac-Man float from the Burn Boot Camp in Coon Rapids. This is, obviously you're throwing me back to my youth here with the Pac-Man. Really dig that. And this is a kind of a growing operation in the Coon Rapids area.
Hey, it is. It's a supportive and empowering community and limited 45-minute camps, personal training in a group setting, online workouts along with complimentary child watch and personalized nutrition guidance as well. So, universal membership when they're open Monday through Friday with 8 camps per day, 3 camps on Saturday. We are offering a 7-day free trial. Awesome. I may need to take them up on that.
You might need to. They're doing lunges right now if you want to go out there and join in on that. Here's our folks at Connexus Energy coming in, Joe.
Okay.
And looks like a very young group in the back of the float hanging out. Some of them are scared, but it's good to have them.
Connexus Youth Energy, perhaps, is a nonprofit and member-owned electric cooperative serving Anoka County, as well as portions of the 7 other North Metro counties with reliable, affordable, and increasingly sustainable electricity. If the lights go out on this Halloween, best to check if a friend or family member is playing a prank on you first. With Connexus Energy, members experience an unplanned power interruption just once every 3.5 years. In addition to sharing more than 100 pounds of candy each year at the Anoka Halloween Parade, Connexus has contributed millions of dollars to everyone nonprofit. It's the area of nonprofit organizations since its founding as one of the top first 100 electric cooperatives back in 1997.
None of that candy has made its way to us yet.
Nothing.
We have the kids in front of us that are kind of stealing, I think, but they're getting it. We haven't had any yet, is all I'm saying.
No.
Here's a look at the neighborhood plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical float, and that is a sweet one. If you look at that pumpkin, look at that. That is awesome. That is, 2,500 pounds, 2,560 officially. Boy, that's awesome.
That's the world record. Yep. Look at that, the world record pumpkin, 2,500 pounds.
Our grand celebrity marshal is making its way. There is Jason Matheson.
I've seen a lot of places. He's made some trips to Surham's, I know, is one of them, and across Anoka as well. Terrific to see him as a part of the community, and often speaks about the Anoka area in many of his broadcasts.
They called him after you said no. You said, no, I need to broadcast.
Yes.
So I get it. General Festival, of course, President Bill Badisky, and also Brianna Olberding here as well, the Vice President, getting in their operation right behind the Grand Marshal.
See, I always remember the name Olberding from Melrose, Minnesota. Mark Olberding.
Oh, is that?
One of the stud basketball players.
I was going to say, is there going to be a trivia on this that I need to know that?
Well, he rare to almost come right out of high school back then. Played
know
for San
so
Antonio.
Much. You're a fountain of information, as
That's
always.
some of the nuts to know. I'll just stay with the need to know.
Need to know. You're doing well, though. We worked through some of our royalty here.
We did. Go at it.
Well, let's see who's next. Well, we have our 2022 preschool costume winners. Now, let's see if we can take a look there. Oh, That's fantastic.
That is terrific.
And they can't stay awake for it. It's so exciting. They can't even stay awake.
Have you had afternoons like that? I know
I've
have.
had many afternoons like that.
The sun comes out, and I'm just ready to.
More preschool costume winners. These are great. Now, this is another really cool one.
Really enjoy that.
And again, seems really into it.
Mm-hmm.
He seems really into it.
Why?
Happy to be here. Why are people staring at me?
You said no one would stare.
You said there would be nobody looking at us.
We wouldn't know anybody here, you said.
This is another good one right here. Look at that. I love it.
Anoka Halloween preschool costume
Little
winners.
Mario Kart action behind this one as well, which is great. There you go. I was pretty much an ace at Mario Kart. I don't think I ever lost, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, I can beat pretty much anybody at Mario Kart, except the kids now, they cheat on the new Nintendo games, the new Switch. They get on Kart now, and they have all these gadgets they throw at you, and you're not prepared. Not prepared at all.
I'm so not trending in that area. But, yeah, that would be the word on the street.
More preschool costumes coming by. Awesome to see the parade getting those preschool winners into this operation. It's so cool to see.
It was also Mayor Phil Rice joining us here today. Again, the 102nd.
What's his
showing.
costume? What is he going as this Halloween? I guess as a mayor.
Yeah.
I guess mayor. That's it. They look like everybody else.
Absolutely.
It's very nice.
Good look there. I like this vehicle coming right behind. Enjoy.
Yeah, this is, as we get a look at the mayor there as he's getting set to drive away up. Coming in the next vehicle, City Council member Jeff Weaver. There's Jeff.
Absolutely.
As all the City Council members will be coming by, Elizabeth Barnett, Eric Skogquist, Brian Wesp.
And
Eric Skogquist rocking the Garth Algar from Wayne's World.
that's great.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. I like that.
That's a good creative costume. I like that one.
Now, you were born and raised in Anoka, correct?
Coon Rapids, technically,
Coon Rapids?
but it's the same thing now. I mean, we're all one big happy family here.
And you currently teach as well.
I teach here, though. That's the thing that's fun, is that I've been teaching at Anoka for 9 years, and this is my first live Grande Parade. So it's so fun to come here and experience this for the first time and see the whole city be out here and to see the community really kind of get together and
experience.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really something that you should do. I mean, there are people that were out here 4 o'clock in the morning getting their seats.
Yes.
I got yelled at somebody who said they got here at 2:30.
They were getting that. It's apparently, yeah.
And here's our button design winner for this year, Heidi Roots-Wald, with designing the Anoka Halloween Grande Parade button this year. Hey, you get your own float if you win the button contest.
See that? That's the incentive.
There's our Youth Citizenship Award winners, Ashley Wongby, who I know quite well, and Kyan Burns.
There they are.
Ashley's got the wave down.
See that? Is that the screw in the light bulb?
Yeah, that's the elbow, wrist, wrist. That's the way to do it right there. That's the philosophy.
That's the tactic, and there's always technique to that wave.
Certainly.
Button sales winners. Look at these kids. Future salespeople.
Yeah, they went out and moved some product and said, we need to get in the back of the truck.
It's coming up month end. Got to close that month.
You do. There's a lot of pressure. Here's our medallion winners this year.
Very cool. Have you hunted for that medallion?
I have not, because I'm not good at these things. I'm not fast, and I don't read. I guess I do puzzles okay, but I usually get the answer about 10 minutes after I have to get it. If there's a time limit attached to it, it's not good.
Okay, mine's about a day after.
Yeah.
It's already closed up.
Like, it's already done. Everybody's already got their medallion. You're like, oh, but I know it now.
So, yeah, it is. That is phenomenal. Look at this temperature. I'm looking across at Franklin Elementary, and they have the temperature put up at 66 degrees.
Oh.
It's just gone up to 60.
68. Yeah, it feels like 68, 70. I mean, it's just such a perfect day. A little wind. And here comes our royal ambassadors tonight. Now, this is fun because the new royal ambassadors get crowned later tonight.
Really?
6 p.m. at the auditorium. So this is sort of the last official duty of this group right here that are driving past us. This is Mallory Jones, Claire Trembrell, and Angelina Collins.
So they're in that role for a year.
Yep. So they get 3 new folks will be crowned tonight, and the current ambassador candidates are going to be walking right behind them. These are past ambassador winners as well.
Mallory Jones, Claire Trembleful, along with Angela Collins.
Yep. Taught Angelina last year, and then there's past winners walking right behind them.
Nice. And so what's the process when they do have this ambassador event for the night? Are they?
It's a couple of months. Like, we have students that are, I think they're current seniors at Anoka High School in the surrounding area, that they go out to different functions, they speak at different things, and then when they win this ambassadorship, it's a year of going to parades and representing the city. And there you got to look at the current candidates coming by, and 3 will be named the new ambassadors of Anoka tonight, 6 p.m. at the auditorium.
Wow. And then so they qualify them in terms of questions they ask,
I think
community
there's a
components,
full application process into it for sure.
There's a look at the.
I'm not wrote on the ambassadorship. I'm just trying to guess is what my thought is.
And hey, each year I always enjoy the bands, but the bands either stop playing before they get in front of us, or they start after they get by us.
Not today, I don't think. Let's take a look and listen to some of the marching band folks as they walk across us here. This is Anoka High School's marching band, the Marching Tornadoes.
Awesome that we love to get the reports and some feedback, and we have a viewer from Mexico City watching the special. Welcome to that viewer, and here for the Grande Parade, the 102nd showing for this Halloween parade in Anoka, Minnesota, the capital, Halloween capital of the world. So we moved through. There's going to be 6 divisions that transpire throughout this parade. We got through the first one, and we are now starting the 2nd division, and brought to us here in front of us is the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. Again, thankful for all that they do.
Yeah, they have a proud history since it was established in 1857 here as the Anoka County Sheriff's Office. Provides a wide variety of public service and safety and emergency services throughout the 21 communities in Anoka County. Current sheriff is James Stewart, and he might be on one of these floats. Maybe, hopefully not that guy in the mustache. I'm not sure that is that him on the back right there?
Oh, look at that. See, right next to the engine, the motor.
Well, there you go. You're totally safe now, aren't you?
Gear it up.
No, it's fantastic. Throughout the 165-year history of the Anoka County Sheriff's Office, has remained constant that they are the keeper of the county. There's the Anoka Rotary coming by, and a sweet car as well. Man, the cars are awesome, Joe.
Aren't they? I just enjoy those itself. And, maybe a piece of candy every now and then. Something could take one off my forehead. I'm ready to take that deflection.
All you got was Dean Phillips bringing you a bit of honey. That ain't going to work. No, you're going to need more than that.
That's long gone.
That's long. You can have mine. You're all good with that one.
And still working on these cheese curds. And as we said, the cheese curds are like peeps. You got to let them mature for a couple of days.
Here comes the football team along with the booster clubs, really. The booster club with the football team and coaches. You can see many of the football players who just played last night. Heartbreaking loss with White Bear Lake, but that is a really cool float.
Like that. Cyclone/tornado up there heading towards the goalpost.
And there's some of the players and coaches. There's look at assistant coach Tony Bazal walk past, along with several of the football players. If they'd be nice enough to bring us candy, I'd be really appreciative. You'd think that they did. There you go.
There he goes. Nailed it. All right.
Someone brought you a Tootsie Roll. That's what I'm talking about. Now, this one's here in my class. I should get one from him, but he's not going to bring me one. This is unfortunate.
Oh, it's almost like
there's Coach Bo. Coach Bo walking by on the screen. Take a look at him in his, I think, 4th year, finishing up his 4th year as the coach.
Look at that. And kids got to love this. Kids got to have like at least 2 bags.
Yeah, they are loaded up here.
We had a picture of a bear. A little kid in a bear outfit in front of costume. Just loved it. I think Mike took a picture of that beforehand, and wow.
That was cool. All right, we're coming up on the dance team, the competitive dance team, the Twisters.
Now, you want to talk politics. I think it was all politics that I couldn't make the dance team.
It was definitely that, no question.
I had the toe tapping down, the free fall, the close, but again, they said, we want somebody with hair.
Yes.
That's important.
The dance team is broken up into a couple of different things. They have a fall performance team, and then their competitive team just had their tryouts over, I think, just a week ago. So their season is underway. And here are the dancers. They might just be walking. We'll see if they're dancing. Coach Megan Heidemann in the back of the car. Oh, they're going to dance for you.
Hey, here comes. Love that. See, I pulled my hamstring or ruptured my Achilles with that last kick they did for the Twisters.
And the middle school for the arts will bring their marching band in.
I was a trombone player.
You were?
Yes, I was.
I didn't know that.
We always were out front. Well done.
Really good.
Love that. And I love that they stopped right here.
You know,
I do. I love
a
high
good
school
marching
bands.
band is fun to watch. And the middle school marching band is very, very good.
I got to tell you, playing the trombone and marching to me was easy. I could never understand how they could execute on a snare drum or the bass drum. And I was never that cool.
No,
to be able to
I
do
would have
that.
done the drum would have been where it's at, I think. I don't know. Here's a look at the Anoka High School Theater Program, their upcoming production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. William Shakespeare under new director, Zach Manns. Zach Manns walking past, and along with several members of the cast and crew of the production. They open next week, and they'll run for 2 weekends at the high school. So if you're looking for some classic theater, Joe, Midsummer Night's Dream is as classic as it gets. Probably one of my favorite Shakespeare shows.
Wow, I will. I'll have to take a look.
I know you're kind of a Romeo and Juliet guy.
Yeah.
Maybe a Macbeth guy.
You'll never believe it, but also played a little baseball in college and also in a musical at college.
Shakespeare didn't do a lot of those.
No.
Shakespeare didn't pump a lot of musicals out.
Taming of the Shrew.
I don't know if that was a musical.
No, it was not. But I made it into a musical. I just kind of brought out the jazz hands every now and then. When in doubt, jazz hands.
Absolutely.
When in doubt, charcuterie.
Here's the Boy Scouts of America Troop 233. This is located at the Zion Lutheran Church in Anoka. Camping adventure, lots of fun. Grades K through 12, and you'll see that in this group. Seniors all the way down to elementary school.
Good stuff. Were you a Cub Scout?
No, I was not, because camping was something that I need air conditioning, Joe, is what I've learned.
I hear you. I'm good. I'm good with the hotel room.
Yeah, I'm kind of out on the camping thing, and I'm out on the canoeing thing. There's the whole flipping the canoe over thing, that's a risk. That's not my style.
And I was never that strong of a swimmer. I can barely do a lap in the tub. So going out on a canoe in the water
That's right.
has some concerns. safety hazards.
Another really cool float right here that I really liked when I saw this one pull up earlier from Deco Pack. Deco Pack brings celebrations to life with cake decorations, which, of course, why wouldn't you expect an awesome float from Cake Decorators, largest supplier to bakeries in the world.
Wow. You know, sometimes you drive past businesses and you kind of want to know a little bit more about them. And
yeah.
That was interesting to me. This cake decorator.
Okay, now this is for you, Joe. Mm-hmm. The School of the Shaolin Kung Fu in Coon Rapids.
Wow.
This is obviously a traditional martial arts school that you can find right kind of at the Coon Rapids Anoka border off Coon Rapids Boulevard.
I like it. Pretty entertaining, but truly an art, right?
Oh, 100%.
Nice. That is right in front of us, that serpent.
I assure you, they were not being hassled by the Cobra Kai skeletons like I were earlier, I assure you. Very cool presentation from these guys.
That it is.
So that is once again the School of Shaolin Kung Fu.
Certainly creates more curiosity to find out more about it, correct?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
To get a look at the Gray Ghost 5K run.
Yeah, that started right before us, about 20 minutes before the parade started.
Here's a little need to know by Joe on
Can't
this
wait.
5K Gray Ghost run. Over 2,000 runners participated this year.
Wow.
And the founder of it all started back in 1985 by a guy by the name of Bill Anberg, who started that race in 1985 and now has grown to over 2,000 runners. Enjoy it. Enjoy the uniforms. Oh, my God. The costumes,
so
rather.
That was really, really fun. And people of all ages, and they're running, they're walking. You know, for some people, it's probably really competitive, trying to get a time. For some, it's just about doing it, getting out there and kind of taking in the vibe and the atmosphere. It's kind of fun. We should almost do it next year, Joe. Your silence says it all. Here's the good folks at Carlson Toyota. The Carlson Toyota folks of Coon Rapids. And the staff and family there with their really cool pumpkin-colored truck, along with their, again, kind of fun float. Like it.
I have someone also watching online from Zampango, Mexico.
Wow.
Zampango. And also, speaking of the musical earlier, there's also somebody with another view online coming to us from Oklahoma.
Where the wind goes sweeping down the plain.
Oklahoma.
That you weren't in that musical, though, were you?
I was.
That was not. Was that the musical?
That was one of them.
Were you Judd?
No.
Oh. Curly?
I was escorted.
You were certainly not Curly.
I was escorted from the musical.
I think with both of our hairstyles, they would have never let us be Curly.
But enjoy hearing and seeing all those viewers from really across the world.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
What a great way. Maybe next year they could be here in person.
Can't promise you the same weather.
Can we move out of the way?
Can't promise that. The best outdoor services and their float and really amazing tractor equipment on the back here. This is awesome. Landscaping, lawn care, snow removal, irrigation, concrete services. And that is one cool device. I'm going to need that in my yard. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a lot of leaves?
I don't have a lot of leaves, but I feel like the leaves I have are permanent. They're not going anywhere. It's weird.
Yeah, that piece of machinery would give me a reason to kind of bring it in to the yard and help kind of clean them up where I could actually probably mow them or rake it up a lot easier. But here's Oakview.
Yeah, the more marching band time here. The good folks at Oakview Middle School.
Coming to us from Andover, just a stone's throw away and across Bunker Lake Boulevard. Get a look at this band and perfect timing they start.
There, it's just ideal timing as we listen to the band.
Crushing it. right in front of us.
That is great. The Oakview Marching Band. Here comes Costumes for a Cause, Joe. You get a look at the cool BB-8 cars that just drove by in the Star Wars theme from the Minnesota Force Star Wars Club, Minnesota Superheroes United, the Fairy Tale Friends of Minnesota, the Marauders Minnesota, the Harry Potter Club, the Ecto 5, the Ghostbusters Club, and Minnesota's Mystery Inc., the Scooby-Doo Club. They are a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping improve the quality of program that local costuming groups provide, especially when working with children and charitable organizations. And these costumes are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That Star Wars one is sweet. Look at this one.
Is that like...
That is...
fully stoked.
That looks like, I don't know, like your Saturday night, Sunday night apparel. I mean, just something you wear when you go out on the town, hang out.
Wearing. And yeah, it's awesome.
Look at this car. This is a sweet car right in front of April O'Neil and Michelangelo here. You have, yeah, look at that. Captain Marvel.
Serious swag.
That is awesome.
Maybe Mike can hop in and get a ride for a bit in that vehicle. Nice.
Here comes the Mystery Machine with Daphne and,
the Fred is not visible.
Well, we know that because he's 75
Fred
years old, as we saw earlier.
On his own here.
That's a great Shaggy, by the way. Looks
Isn't
just
it?
like him.
Mm-hmm. And Daphne. Oh, my goodness. What a good. I've seen this vehicle on the road.
I have too. Yeah, I have.
I love that vehicle. And
the purpose of the Mystery Machine, though, I think, is to get in the Mystery Machine when you're being chased by some scary ghost.
Absolutely.
Now, the question is, will they unmask him at some point? I'd have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Yes. We had this thing so strategized and nailed to the
all it took was 4 18-year-olds
and a dog.
And a dog, and it was totally unraveled.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
And an amusement park.
But that's
really
really cool. That Mystery Machine is awesome. I think that's a very cool float. I love that.
Hey, look at this from Glencoe. Coming to us, the Glencoe royalty. Just off of Highway 212. Was just passed through that on my way back from Dakota Ridge last Sunday. There you get a look at the ambassador.
Yeah, this is the Foley ambassadors, actually, technically, right there. That's Kaylee and Cassidy, and the junior ambassador is Sophia, and Little Miss Foley, Alyssa and Megan.
My mistake. I jumped the gun.
You jumped the gun. The good folks at Foley want their time, and we're going to give that to them there.
Hey, keep in mind the sponsors of Ace Solid Waste, Aspen Exteriors, Burn Boot Camp, Connexus Energy, Federal Premium, Midwest Disability, Invent Hoffman, North Suburban Eye Specialist, QCTV, Rise and Shine Garage Door, Bob FM, all great sponsors for this parade to make it possible.
Santa's here, ladies and gentlemen. Early on, Toys for Joy. Toys for Joy is here, and there's their float with Santa and Mrs. Claus. This is probably a little warm for them.
That it is. It is, and I see maybe a little rash, the heat and everything else.
Could be tough for him, you're right.
Good look, there's a look at Santa. And now we got Glencoe.
Yep.
And I should have just folled the script.
You just, the script, we got it for you, man. We got you covered. We got it covered. The Glencoe royalty, the court and Mrs. Glencoe, Becky, and then, of course, the ambassadors, Jackie and Brooke, Little Miss Glencoe, Lauren, Junior Commodore Deacon, hanging out. With all the parades they have done, they have got the wave down to a science.
Look at that. It's just synchronized. They
Locked
move from the left to the right. And now back to the left. There they go. They have done this before. And I like this.
I love this float coming up. This should be one that you'll enjoy. This is the North Hudson Pepper Festival royalty.
Like that, yep. Oh, I can see it.
Led by the King, Scott Hendricks, Queen Ava Preisel, Adeline Mitchell, Josie Hadeen, and Ava Edeen. That's very cool. It's a little village celebration with a big Italian flavor, as they call it. The Pepperfest celebrates its strong Italian heritage with a 3-day festival each year. The festival gives most of their earnings to the various nonprofit groups that volunteer before, during, and following Pepper Festival weekend. It is every August,
Wow.
the 18th through the 20th. That's what next year's North Hudson Pepper Festival will be.
Scott Hendricks, the 2023 king.
So maybe there's hope for you yet.
I'm working it.
You can
working
be
it.
a king still.
I'm still.
It's out there for you.
Always been kind of that prince. But,
That's what they've said. They've certainly said that about you. Yes, they have.
Okay. Boogie for Jesus.
Well, it's time for the Boogie for Jesus float, but they're not boogieing at this moment. They're kind of maybe taking a break. We caught them on the downside of that.
It's a boogie break.
Oh, it's a different group even entirely. I think they snuck around. Yes, this is St. Francis, the Madrigal Singers. They cut in line is what they did. St. Francis High School Madrigal Singers, their choir.
Oh, yeah. See, and St. Francis is playing Andover today in high school football.
Maybe the Singers will go and do that afterward.
Yes,
they are big ambassadors. The annual Madrigal Dinner, which will be held November 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Hey, look at on June 23rd, 25th is going to be the Howard Lake Good Neighbor Days.
Yeah, the Howard Lake Royalty. That's a really cool float as well for them. Getting some of these smaller communities out here, too, is really fun.
Oh, you got to create that awareness. Know that it exists, and speaking of it exists.
Same thing with the Red Wing Royal Ambassador Program. Mario, Luigi, and more Mario Kart stuff.
Oh, gosh.
That's a division. We
Wasn't
wrapped up
the
another
guy
one.
from Trampoline Turtles also from Red Wing?
I think you might be right about that.
That is. Hey, we are now moving our way up and ahead. This might be Boogie Jesus.
That is Boogie Jesus. Yes, that's what's going on here. He's in the wrong. He got on a turn there, but
you will arrive.
What? That is boogieing for sure.
Something.
Let's go, man.
Look at that. Can I get an amen?
Check out PickWithKeys.com.
It's a hallelujah, I guess, isn't it? Now we're into the next division of royalty with the Big Lake Ambassadors as they come in. This is the Wizard of Oz themed Big Lake Ambassadors. No place like home in Big Lake. Big Lake Ambassadors are celebrating their 50th year of Spudfest, held last weekend of June every year. Royalty consists of senior ambassadors Kaylin and Andrea, the junior ambassadors Alexis and Ruby, Little Miss ambassadors Amelia and Sophia.
Yes, we were just discussing that when I was golfing with my daughter last weekend at Dakota Ridge, and the wind was so. I said it reminds me from the Wizard of Oz. It's blowing so hard that dun 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 dun, dun, and she's like, that was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Well,
love it.
Well, it's everybody's favorite. The good folks at Robbinsdale Armstrong High School coming up here, it appears, and they will be jamming on their marching band. And we've heard some awesome middle school marching bands, the high school marching band at Anoka. Here's a look at Armstrong's.
Good. Hey, we also have some viewers also joined us from Iztapalapa, Mexico.
Boy, they're hanging out.
And then Anoka natives. Anoka natives, class of 72 in 1973, living in Cape Corals. Also joining us online, so welcome. Great to have all of you join us. And the viewership. That's terrific, and I love the fact that you're checking in. And
the Fringe Salon is next up. Get your bubbles on with the girls of Fringe Salon. Come check out the new location, 9th and Main Street, for all your hair and skincare needs. FringeSalonMN.com.
That is.
My gal's always looking for a new salon. Joe, I know you're not, and I'm certainly not, because we don't have much to work with up here, but
maybe a new microbrew.
And yeah,
Or
something
like that for
maybe they
guys.
could do. Maybe they could double. They got
Yeah.
they got the salon in one half, brew in the other.
Yeah, I
That could be
think
something.
That's
Could talk
very
them into
much
that.
something.
Okay, it's
We'll
the beginning
close
of
the
that
deal.
season, Joe.
It is Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, let's go with some Thin Mints. Need
that's
some
your
mints
favorite?
in the freezer. You got to freeze the Thin Mints. That's the key.
That's what I do with chocolate-covered cherries.
You know,
Freeze those and have them. But yeah, hey, Girl Scout River Valleys, part of today's parade.
it's nice to know my little nephews are watching. Just found out that from the my little sister watching from home. The nephews, Braden, Tyler. Mason, Tyler. Braden's my other nephew. Mason and Tyler are watching at home today. Got to keep all my nephews straight.
Yeah.
So the Girl Scouts of River Valley, that was here, Troop 18711. And now, a visit from the Woodville Lions Club and the Woodville Royalty. Thing 1 and Thing 2. Little Dr. Seuss action going on.
You're right. Think of one thing. That's great. Looking there as First Princess Eleanor Vance.
That's right.
And look at the Queen. Is it Luckwit?
I think that's what it was. Yeah, Marin Luckwalt. And then is it the Satendi Mai celebration? I believe that's what that is.
That was correct. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Roosevelt Middle School up next. And another, man, the marching bands just continue to be really impressive. Here's the group from Roosevelt.
Love the Batman.
This is the theme song I kind of walk to in my daily routine.
It's kind of a good wake-up song. Love it. Another great job getting us some music as they walk on by. I always remember Robin saying, "The egg." Robin, the egg.
I always loved when they would
Most
solve a
precious
puzzle.
secret.
When they could solve a puzzle with like C, Catwoman. That's clearly what it is. It's like, how did they get to that? It's unbelievable.
It's like, bam.
Here we go with the Lino Lakes Ambassador Program, the Blue Heron Days. Lino Lakes with their royalty, Selah Hunt, Lauren Shire, and Emily Sorum. Join the Lino Lakes Ambassadors for Blue Heron Days the third weekend of August, so they are just starting kind of their year of royalty.
Hey, and congratulations there, and Lino Lakes. Very much an expanding area, a lot of growth, and there you get a look at the Benedictine living communities. Thank you for all they do as well.
Bringing the cute dog out here, too. That was awesome.
That's killer.
That is, the dog's name's Killer?
No, I'm saying it's a good-looking dog.
Oh, okay. Let's try not to get, I mean, it's Halloween and all that, but he's scaring me here too much. Dogs don't like me in general. Here's Storybrooke Entertainment of Minnesota. Storybrooke Entertainment is Minnesota's premier character company that brings magic to birthday parties and corporate events. And you can see with all the different characters that they can provide at whatever party you are providing. You see all the various Disney princesses there. Look at that.
Gosh.
I think Moana. Did I see Moana? What did I
think
see?
you did.
I did?
I think you did. Hey, and there's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man just walked by.
Nobody knows who you are.
Well, he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He is.
The Eyeless Academy of Irish Dance.
Always caught in a web, that Spider-Man.
Man, no kidding.
Hey, look at the Irish dance.
Yeah, this is your thing.
This could blow out my ACL in no time.
I've been there before, my friend. The Eyeless Academy was established in 2012 by Liz Hines, located in Anoka. The Eyeless Academy dancers are given the opportunity to perform and compete locally and throughout the Midwest. Dancers start at age 5 and up. First class is free. I've always appreciated a good Irish dance routine. Because it seems like it requires a great deal of skill, and I do not have it. So I am uber impressed with people who have skills.
I would agree that it's an impressive dance, not that you don't have skills.
Well, no, I would agree that I don't have
but-
skills, too. I mean, that's okay.
Got game. And so it is, in fact. But, yeah, I'm looking at that temperature. It bounced up to 69, now to 68.
Are you going to be a
I love it.
meteorologist, too, for the remainder
You
of
can
this?
see that front moving in.
You can.
Continued sun.
Northwesterly winds at 12 to 15.
And Alberta Clipper moving in.
No kidding.
And then we've got gymnastics.
Yeah, the Jam Hops. Jam Hops prides itself in providing the highest quality instruction in gymnastics, ninja, dance, cheer, theater, academic preschool. Our mission is to inspire kids to become life champions through leading by example. Feel very honored to be named 2020 Dream Big Small Business of the Year. And they won the 2021 Anoka County Shopper Reader's Choice Award for Best Gymnastics.
Well, you're seeing so much within that gymnastics world and the dance along with that, and the whole thing just expanding. And it's amazing every time I see more and more a niece or a nephew and some of those elements involved. Just astounded on the athleticism.
I think it's led to some growing programs, too, in the neighborhood. Like, I know that Anoka High School's gymnastics program grew in the last few years, had some real success. So you wonder if you're starting to see some of that happen because of these sort of younger feeder programs, which is great.
And, hey, last year, 2 years ago, my better half, who is retired Hall of Fame gymnast with the University of Minnesota, Kathy Ness, and she informs me all the time, hey, with the Olympics, the young lady out of Cambridge, Isanti, who was on the team. Of course, the young lady from St. Paul as well. Success, and it's continuing to grow here in Minnesota as well.
And you can see they brought a big contingent with them today. I mean, they're like 2 blocks on their own here with the Jam Hops crew.
Oh, yeah. They got they got that bounce in their step.
I would hope so. With the hops in the name, you would hope so.
I've always said I've had the bounce of a concrete block when I walk or swim. It's just, it's not easy. It's not easy.
Joe, here comes my alma mater, the Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals. And they are in full costume as well. This may be our first group to be in full costume.
Yeah, I like this. I got to get a quick pop.
There's some great costumes, too, from this group.
Oh, look at saxophones here, alto.
And they're going to jam a little Panic at the Disco for you.
They are representing you well, or Tim. I like the music selection as well.
Well, I think they took Taylor's playlist and they just said, well, we'll just play all of Taylor's favorite songs in all the marching band stuff.
That is potentially it. That's it.
Okay, pro wrestling. Anytime we want to get some pro wrestling in, I'm in. So here we go. The Cambridge Ambassadors ready to rumble.
All right, let's get at it. You were just at
Yes, I was at
some
the
wrestling.
local pro wrestling show in town here at Anoka a
just
couple weeks ago.
talking
It was
about that,
great. The Ambassadors, this is awesome. With Kendi the Cobra, Taylor the Terrifier, the Cambridge Ready to Rumble royalty. That is a great float. Love it.
That's the only thing missing is that turnbuckle. I've been working in the coal mine.
Hey, way to drop
Mad
a
Dog
reference
Vachon.
that nobody gets. There you
That's
go.
it. I'm all
no,
about it.
some people get Mad Dog Vachon, I suppose.
I'm all about not being a relative.
You're okay, though. I like the fact that
or
you try
current.
new things. That's what's good about you. The
Rabbit's Garden.
Stiftunfest ambassadors. Stiftunfest. Is this? That's more, I think. I'll make sure I pronounce that right. How about that?
Yeah.
Megan Barr is the ambassador along with Josie Beneke, Courtney Harms. The Little Miss ambassadors are Aria Lubke and Lydia Storms.
Stickton Fest, I'm trying to think, is that anything like Ludafisk?
I don't believe
No.
that is.
No, I don't think it is.
I think you're close, but also way off at the same time.
Couldn't be farther from accuracy. Appreciate the bravery, but let's manage that sometime. Put it in check. So we have also more royalty here.
This is this might be the. I'm not sure what this one. I gotta get a sign on this float. Here comes Jackson Middle School. As we kind of watch that float go through, here's Jackson Middle School, and they got their marching band. The talent on display so far at the first part of this parade, Joe, is pretty. It's been
Showcase.
really good.
Band showcase, like it. It could be a new reality show.
Yes. Our own battle of the bands. Let's see what they're playing if this is one of Taylor's as well. Joe, we need to learn how to play the drums.
I know. That would have been so much cooler in high school.
Yeah, we would have been. We'd be cool now. We would have been cool then.
I mean, it's like you're not cool bringing a trombone to a campfire. Doesn't everybody always want you to bring? Joe, don't forget to bring that trombone
Joe,
and bust out 25 or 64 by Chicago.
That's probably. There's a thought for you. Here's the Reality One group choice.
Thank gosh, we have some reality.
Yes.
Here at this parade.
They have offices in Andover, Northeast Minneapolis, Alexandria. The Unbrokerage as well. Reality and group choice. Reality One. And another kind of the graveyard float, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Rather ominous.
I haven't heard the Monster Mash yet today.
Yeah. And that's probably okay, to be honest. Here's our friends at Two Scoops.
Hey, always a great spot.
Two Scoops
Anywhere
is so
down
good.
Town Anoka or Osseo, I managed to stumble in to Two Scoops and go, oh, well, as long as I'm close by.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Two Scoops, proud to serve super premier ice cream and treats for the last 12 years. Located in downtown Anoka, just a stone's throw from where we're sitting. We could walk over there after we're done. We may not be able to get out of here without the traffic for at least 2 hours, so you might want to go over there.
Yep. Here's the bottom line too. My better half loves mango, right? She loves the mango. Joe no like mango.
Yeah, no.
Joe no like mango.
No.
And that would be the only down part, but she jumps for that mango. And at Two Scoops.
Mango might have been a deal breaker for me back then. Here's the scout troop of Boy Scouts of America, Troop 415.
Mm-hmm.
The BSA. Troop 415, boys and girls of Scout Troop 415 enjoy telling ghost stories around the fire while camping. This year they camped in snow caves at the snow base cave down in, I don't even know where that is, Namakagan? I'm not even sure where that is. Lake Namakan, as well as camping at Mille Lacs Lake, Camp Tomahawk, Sand Dune State Forest. They were everywhere, man.
Yeah. Well, one thing missing from that campfire is what?
Is you and me, because we would have never been there, in a trombone, because, again, camping is just not our bag, and trombone is definitely not.
They say bring the cowbell, but they never say bring that trombone. So we have now the Osseo Marching Band coming to us.
Yes.
And coming our way, Osseo Senior High School Marching Band. And I know they have those band competitions as well throughout the state. It's always, schedule is bogged up around it. So I'm glad I'm getting a chance today to listen.
Dropping a little fits in the tantrums right back to Taylor's playlist. Next float coming up, Joe, might be one of my top fivers. This brings me back to my youth. Thanks to our friends at the Raymond Harvest Fest, the ambassador this year for Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. How good is that? Ambassador Madeline Miller. Did you watch a lot of Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego on PBS?
Right, I did not.
That's a youth thing. When my age, I think my group, people my age would get Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego. Get rockapella in there, jamming on that.
See, I think anyone other than myself would appreciate that, or I just didn't have the visibility to it or the awareness. But hey, State Farm and New London.
Yeah, the New London Water Days. New London Ambassador Program is based on leadership, ambassadorship, scholarship. The ambassadors and junior ambassadors volunteer and visit surrounding communities in the New London Spicer area.
My brother, who I'd mentioned, served some time in the Marines, 2 Purple Hearts during Vietnam. He was actually a postmaster in Spicer, which is right next to New London.
Rockin' Rogers Days, as the Rogers ambassadors make their way. They represent the city of Rogers and their festival, Rockin' Rogers Days, which is held 3rd weekend in June.
Impressive as we've moved.
We are into the 4th division already. Yeah, we are moving fast. Little Miss Melrose, Queen Willow Gregory, Princess Lexi Worms, and Princess Nora Depute. As they come by, and then now the Lockwood Motors Group. As they bring in the Granite Falls royalty, Justine Angulo, Janessa Backlund, Emily Peterson, Jenna Weir represent your queen and your 3 princesses, and your junior princess, Tenley Anderson, from the folks at Granite Falls, and a really cool float. Again, a lot of time be spent on these floats.
Very much, very much. And I enjoy hearing about some of those special events and days that exist throughout the state of Minnesota.
That is also in June. The Granite Falls Festival is also in June, the Western Days.
Very good, very good. St. Stephen's School here for us, the Catholic community. Just down the road off of Main Street.
Yeah, right across the street from the theater, from Lyric Arts. Handing out candy today in a kind of your classic Halloween-looking float, I would say. The Miss Bruton pageant coming up here next. Join the Miss Bruton royalty as they celebrate Bonanza Valley Days the 2nd weekend in July. Miss Bruton with J.C. Tenson, Little Miss Bruton, Willow Olson. Princesses are Tiana Schwinghammer and Caitlin Uphus. Little Miss Bruton princess was Myra Hall. I know you're going there. You're a big fan of the Bruton area.
Yeah, I have a buddy from college. I grew up in Bruton.
I knew you were going to say that.
Been there for a softball tournament.
I knew you were going to say that. Here's the Annandale. Yes, this is a really cool classic float right there with the Annandale Princess, Keely Wheeler, Allie Benjamin, Lily Eckhart, Miss Annandale, and the Annandale Princesses there. Join us for the Independence Day celebration in Annandale on July 4th next year.
Hey, that's where Mike's from, Mike Bouchard. Annandale.
Twin Cities, Annandale boasts one of the longest running 4th of July celebrations, celebrating 134 years next year.
You know, I actually went golfing there this year at Annandale at the Thundering Pines, I believe it's called.
There was the flyover from right at the beginning, Joe. We remember that. That was really
beautiful.
We had to make sure our drones stayed low. That was kind of the rule.
That's it.
We were in their airspace.
Brought to us by the Federal Cartridge crew team. Thank you for that. It was Federal Premium, that flyover. Always never get tired of seeing it. It's good to see it visually. It was impressive to see it live.
Yeah, really cool. The Simley High School Marching Band is next. So they come in costume.
Yeah, they do. Nice. I would think it would feel awkward to not come in costume. But you never know. You could wear the band uniform.
You're always in costume with the band uniform.
Yeah.
I would think flag duty is difficult on a windy day.
Yeah, I would say that could make it difficult. Managing that flag.
That's not creepy or anything.
So.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Awkward.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Hey, you ever just want to leave the parade and go home?
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
thanks
no kidding.
Security, Sector 7. And so, we have been able to, I can't believe how smooth this parade runs. You know, there's some parades sometimes where there's a large gap between, but this one is running so smooth and flowing, and maybe it's probably the momentum of the day and the sun that's been part of it.
I would have wondered if it'd be faster if it was colder. People would be running through here. Some really cool costumes, too, with this marching band from Simley High School.
Rotated lines as well. Hey.
A lot of marching bands just finished their season with that marching band state tournament at U.S. Bank Stadium a couple, 3-4 weeks ago. So many of these acts were there just a few short weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, they had like different mood marches. The first time with a little slower music. They kind of marched in a more somber way, and then watching the execution and the different styles and pace of that marching band. Loved it very much.
I do believe this
Thank you for reminding me that was at U.S. Bank.
Yeah.
Wish I would have seen it.
We would have hung out there. This is Bach to Rock coming past us there. This is a music school. Bach to Rock is a music school teaching private lessons in all instruments, DJ, music technology. It's in Coon Rapids. It's in the Riverdale area. And that'll take us to St. Michael. And the St. Michael royalty dropping again the Wizard of Oz style, which I really like a lot. Spooky greetings from the city of St. Michael. St. Michael royalty are so excited to be in the Halloween capital of the world, celebrating all things haunted and scary. Joining us today is Miss St. Michael Sloan, Princesses Maddie and Paige, Little Mrs. Piper, Victoria, Liliana, and Ayla. And join them the second weekend of August 2023 for the St. Michael Days and Nights Festival.
A little fire scarecrow? Remember, I could do that in a high pitch at one time, but now it's just creepy.
That's not going to be your costume this year, is it, Joe?
It is not. When
Smart
I show
man.
up to your house for the party, that's when you'll know.
That's good to know. Thank you for that. Here's the Sapphire Queens pageantry, Joe. This is out of Cottage Grove. It's a flower, does not think to compete with another flower next to it. It just blooms. This enchanted garden is made up of Minnesota queens and several wonderful natural pageant systems, all based on community service and communication skills. Organized by the mother-daughter team behind Sapphire Queens pageantry, they also feature royalty from Princesses of America and American Royal Beauty Systems.
Very nice. Very nice.
Then Kaiser Construction with Joe's House.
Yes, look at that.
Has a float. Look at this.
That's that yellow house. That's the one you always see. That's Joe's house.
That is Joe's House. It's a local upgrade disaster restoration specialists. And a very cool float. I like that one.
Very much. A lot of kids in front of us. I would need to get a candy check from these kids to see, are they at a half bag right now, or are they
I don't know. Yeah,
three quarters? Did they have to replace the bag?
All I know is we haven't gotten a lot of candy. We got the Tootsie Roll earlier. You got that. I didn't even get that. Atlas Staffing. You're working on the build. We are staffing an agency in the community wanting to support community gathering. And I'm handing out candy all over the place. It would have been nice for them to throw me one. If you had one, I would have taken it.
Just to launch it.
Need a little sugar buzz at this stage of it. We kind of need it.
I wouldn't mind seeing a heater right here. So bring it on.
Here was Gilligan's Island thing going on with the Aquatennial Senior Princesses. The Aquatennial Senior Alumni Association is the 2023 Senior Commodore Clayton Miller, 2023 Senior Queen Shirley Peterson, and the Senior Princesses Catherine Arbogast and Cheryl Myers.
I'd recognize the name. That's why I had.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not part of that. Minnesota Aquatennial Senior Alumni Association is an all-volunteer group that hosts and staffs community events for seniors during the Minneapolis Aquatennial. Support the Uninformed Chorus, providing entertainment year-round in the nursing homes, senior residences, and other venues within Minnesota communities. Good to have them out here.
Good pace.
And now we're rolling all the way to Lakeville. Here comes the Lakeville North High School Marching Band. They might be out of order, Joe. You might just have to go with the flow here.
I'm just going to have to go with the flow. I got
you're with me on
fifth
this.
division here. We're a few that may have passed by that we may have missed, but
we
haven't
missed anything, I'm telling you. How dare you slander?
Lakeville North showing some hops here.
It's a big crew coming down here as well. Huge marching band. Doing a little Ghostbusters.
Can I tell you, that was a crisp band, wasn't it?
Very good.
Now, let me just put that, the drum, the cadence, the dance. You hear a lot about the Lakeville Athletics. That band was fun to observe as they came by. I'd like to know who won that the competition they had at U.S. Bank. I'm just trying to Google it.
Here's the brand new court. We should mention this for the Amory City of Lakes. They just named their court on September 17th. Haley Polkrabic, Sarah Mack, Kylie Birch, Grace Ziegler, Piper Littlefield. Discover Amory Fall Festival that takes place every September. They're out there, at least they're going at the right pace.
Mm-hmm. Very much as it is. And also keep in mind, I went over to Caribou just to grab a coffee just before the parade started and spoke with the manager there, or one of the managers, and asked him. It was crowded in there.
Did you get free coffee?
I did not. You got to pay, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's got to have that business, and so that's cool. But it's so crowded. I asked on the average, what do they see for a Halloween parade? And it's usually about 600 to 700 cups of coffee come through, or some form of coffee. You know, a drink or something.
Oh,
but
man.
This year, they were at 800 already this morning.
And that was at like 11:30, right?
It was.
Wow.
And, I think I had 100 of those. And have an IV set up also for a latte. The Joe latte.
Here comes
That's good.
the next group on their way in. The Rock and Roll Rally group. This is a very cool senior royalty from the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Doogie Dryland, King of the Winter. Deb Hess as well, Queen of the North. Debbie Sjogren, Princess of the Winds. Bonnie Lopez, Senior Prime Minister. That's the court for this year's senior Winter Carnival royalty. And now the Vulcan crew.
Oh, well, look out for this crew.
It's a wild crew indeed.
Be aware. Wow.
The Vulcan crew, very scary, as you can see, as they drop the Imperial Order of Fire and Brimstone. Again, very inviting group. You'd love to be there.
Wow.
Also known as a Wicked Witch of the West.
Another big group coming past us here. I believe this is might be this year's ambassadors for the Aquatennial Ambassadors. Jimmy, there's the we have Jimmy Dugan from A League of Their Own in there. We have Dottie Hinson. We have Obi-Wan. It's a very special float coming up right now.
I love it. Oh.
As we represent the Kindness Rock Garden, along with Pooters Peeps, the Anoka Kindness Rock Garden, in honor of Nicole Burnham Legacy Foundation. Coming up right behind this float, as we will be right there for it. The city of Gaylord coming in as well, but I want to say something about the Rock Garden group that is passing by just now as well. The Nicole Burnham Legacy Foundation, which is for veteran suicide awareness, Anoka Kindness Rock Garden as well, scatter kindness, positivity, and love while connecting us to one another. And Nicole Burnham was one of the first students I ever taught at Anoka High School.
Ah, cool.
Gaylord, city of Gaylord here.
Highway 19.
It's it's Madeline Parrott, who is the princess this year for the town. And Jessica Widmer is Miss Gaylord this year, as you get a look. Again, going with the Mario Kart.
Yeah, they are. Hey, getting component, we were talking about the marching bands class, and I was looking at the championship class, and the winner this year at U.S. Bank was Rosemount. I was looking to see if any of the bands that we had come through here, and one was Lakeville South High School Marching Band. Finished 9th, but that was like picking at me. I had to be able to close that up before I could move on, but
you had to do it.
I just had to go down that path. Love it.
The Dassel Ambassadors are here for Red Rooster Days, the Labor Day weekend. So, again, they just celebrated this. The largest chicken barbecue in Minnesota. Sounds like a good time. Fun for all ages. It starts on a Friday night, ends on a Monday with the largest barbecue chicken feed in the state. Parade and coronation are on Saturday.
Familiar. I have a nephew that's coaching football at Dassel Cokato. They won state last year, 3A.
A town not far from us coming up here. The folks at Monticello.
Hey.
Monticello's Royal Ambassadors, located northwest of Minneapolis on I-94, known as the Swan City. Monticello is located on the beautiful banks of the Mississippi with ambassadors Julie, Lexi, and Tegan. They invite you to join them for Riverfest, held in mid-July, July 13th through the 16th, next summer.
Wow. I've not been to the Riverfest. I've seen the signage for it, but
yeah, I've not been, but
spectacular.
Some of these things are giving me some ideas for the summer here, Joe. You always say, what can we do this weekend?
Yeah.
Is there anything to go out and do? It's like, well, here are all these different festivals that appear to be every weekend, and they're not that far away from the area.
No, and I'm sure they have a golf course.
Oh, they've got to have one close by. That's a rule.
I always can bring my foot wedge with me.
Absolutely. Anywhere you want to go.
River Road Ramble.
The River Road Ramble Royalty Ambassadors are here. So you got to look at Emily, Lisa, that's the royalty this year. And several speedy little police officers running past us as well, too. That's always fun.
It's a bonus.
It's always a bonus. It adds a level of entertainment to the process, doesn't it?
It does. I actually got an update from Mike as well. As Ruck Andover leads St. Francis 17-7 at halftime. Winner of that matchup, 5A, will go to the section championship, probably against Elk River. They're playing today as well.
Yeah, some tough losses last night from Champlin and Anoka. So it's just Andover left as our QC schools are watching football. Here's Osceola, the ambassadors for Osceola. The Osceola, Wisconsin Community Fair. The weekend after Labor Day for all fun. There's the ambassadors. The Grande ambassador is Layla. Ambassadors are Abby, Alexis, Sandy, Regan, Laney, Lily, Norin, and Cora.
Well done. You got all those out.
Well, we try to get those
Perfect
names in.
amount of time.
You know how that works,
Very
right?
succinct.
It's all about getting your TV timing down, right?
It is. It's a cadence.
It really is.
University of Minnesota represented.
University of Minnesota, the
extension.
Yeah, their Master Gardener Volunteer Program. You been out to the Arboretum in Chaska?
Have.
So good.
I hate to reiterate, just drove past it on our way back from Dakota Ridge.
Yeah.
Coming up 212 on 5.
You're playing more golf than me right now.
No,
I don't know how I
just
feel about any of this.
I feel like Cliff Clavin. Just kind of a little known fact. Coming back off of 212, I hit through a lot of these cities as well, but also...
There's 130 volunteers in the Master Gardener program and the educational programs. They teach the community about gardening, water quality. They use research. It's a great program. Maple Lake Royalty comes up next. Another town I'm
impressed
sure
by
you've
this
been to.
knowledge. This was a college roommate from Maple Lake. I'm impressed by the amount of this off the top of your head.
Oh, this is, I have no
knowledge.
prep on this whatsoever. No, this is all stuff I'm just guessing on.
You're like Britannica.
Yeah, Miss Maple Lake Audrey, the Princess JoJo, Maple Lake Junior Princess Annie, and Little Miss Maple Lake Morgan. Little Miss Maple Lake also McKinley celebrating the Saturday before St. Patrick's Day.
It's a good
Oh,
spot.
boy. Top Gun.
Uh-huh.
This is Hanover Harvest Festival royalty. Greetings from the little city on the Crow, Hanover. Here today is Miss Hanover Grace Panic and Hanover Princess Elsa Peterson sending you spooky greetings.
I
And a
have
happy
this
Halloween.
old repeated line I always say to Taylor when he's producing, and he'll say, we'll be ready in 15 minutes. I said, 15 minutes? This thing's going to be over in 15 seconds. Get Maverick up there. And he gives me the obligatory laugh, and I know it's the roll of the eyes as well.
He was going to say, you don't see what his face is like when he's inside the truck when you say stuff like that. Don't feel bad. I'm the same way. He totally mocks and ridicules me, I'm sure, when the mic's off.
Hey, we saw Dazzle. Now we got Cokato.
Yep. There's some competition between these floats, you have to assume. The Cokato Corn Festival, which is August 7th, 8th, 9th of next year. Laura Mayfield and Kate Jenkins right up there. Miss Cokato and the Cokato Princess.
I didn't get enough corn this year. You know that?
Have you
That's
seen
one
that?
thing. I always get a bunch of corn.
Have you seen the big TikTok thing on corn?
No.
The kids singing the corn song?
No, I have missed that.
It might be something for you, Joe.
All right, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Making a note.
It's kind of silly, but it's something my
TikTok
kids sing in
corn.
class pretty much on a daily basis. It's a little it's
Corny?
It does it's corny, and it earworms in you. It stays with you the entire day. It's a little much.
Very good.
The North Star Ghostbusters are here. And they've got this down. The costume is great. Minnesota's largest Ghostbusters fan group. The escort vehicle is the Ecto MX-5. They even come with a little trap that's coming right at us, Joe.
Look at that. Love that. I need that for my remote at home. So, can never find it, or when I do, it's just a chore to get up and go get
every
it.
time, though, I want to go for my Proton Pack. I just feel like it's never charged. It's ridiculous.
Oh, funny. That is.
The costumes are terrific here. Like,
Yeah.
I love this one with the marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. And there you can see Slimer in the back seat.
Yeah, I thought he was, good call. Did not see Slimer. Look at that as they are.
We're at a little bit of a
moving things
stop,
again.
which is okay. Gives us a chance to check out the Ghostbuster costumes a little bit. So we're kind of in a little bit of a hold here, but that's totally okay for us, right?
We're
Because
okay
it gives
with
us
that.
a chance to hang out here, and
And you
I get
know-
a drink of coffee now because I swear it's all this knowledge off the top of my head.
Yep, 69 degrees too. And this is gone. It's been 90 minutes. And I hope for the viewers it doesn't seem like it's been 90 days listening to us. But it has gone
man.
fast here.
I know.
It's perfect.
90 years, perhaps. Although, getting the validation from folks listening in other parts of the world makes you feel a little better.
That it does. That it does. And you can see coming up as well the Andover Marching Band. We got a score from the halftime there of 17-7. The Huskies leading St. Francis at St. Francis in the semifinals of that section football playoff. St. Francis defeated Andover earlier this year. So that's why they were the 2 seed. So as they progress and continue here as well. I mean, this is the 102nd year for the Halloween parade.
Yeah, they block off Main Street here in Anoka as they have every year for probably all 102 of those years. And they go a mile and a half that starts up near Franklin Elementary where we are. And it'll take it all the way down towards, I believe, Fifth Avenue.
Yep, in years past, sometimes we did this from the top of the press box at Goodrich Field.
I'm okay with
And,
the spot. I like it.
I love this spot. That was maybe a little bit towards the end when it gets more spacing.
Look at that.
sometimes between.
Look at that little guy. He needs a little time here. Somebody brought Beethoven. He's in his Beethoven costume.
That's not
not the real
costume.
Beethoven. No.
Love the costume.
He's had it. He's worn out there. You can see all the different costumes. So cool to see people showing up just in the crowd in different costumes, like Spider-Man, who's our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yep, nobody really
Several
knows
of those.
who you are.
Nobody really knows. You know, everybody's just guessing at this point.
Hey, wake up from the nightmare of old glasses and throw them to the graveyard by scheduling a free LASIK consultation, or freshen your look with a new spooky pair of eyeglasses. Give them pumpkin to talk about. Give them pumpkin to talk about by calling.
Like give them something to talk about
instead of pumpkin.
Yeah, it's like taking you get it.
Well, I am, but I'm not the smartest knife in the drawer. In fact, my family calls me the family spork. Give them pumpkin to talk about by calling North Suburban Eye Specialist at 763-421-7420, 763-421-7420. That's North Suburban Eye Specialist. They're also one of the sponsors and making all this possible as well for us today.
You don't write the copy, you just read it.
You just need to pre-read it next time.
No question.
So
we're still kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern here at the parade, as some folks sneaking through here to kind of maybe clear something up at the front end of this parade. It had been moving so well, and that was the problem. You jinxed it.
I did.
You said it was rolling so fast and so smooth.
Had the no-hitter going.
You did.
And how about that Houston game last night?
Yeah, the Phillies.
Verlander, again, without a win in the World Series. But a 5-0 lead that he lost in the 5th inning. So a big win.
So it looks like
there for Phillies.
We're back moving. Phillies do lead 1-0 in the World Series. For those of you scoring at home, playing the home version of the game. Now the Andover Marching Huskies are going to make their appearance here at the Grande Parade.
That it is. And what do you think their choice of music will be?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what their tune will be.
What are they going to bust out on?
Wouldn't hate a little something from Blink-182 if they wanted to go down that road. That'd be all right. Just something different. Mix it up. We'll find out momentarily.
Yeah. 182, they said, as I mentioned, Huskies a chance to play at a lot of sporting events. Of course, the girls and the boys hockey programs won their state titles, as did track and field. That's the one thing we need more of is music, bands at track and field events. Seems like that's missing. But into kind of a cadence and a drum cadence here today.
Yeah, so they're going with more of the drum theme here. Maybe not so much. So no Blink-182 is basically what I'm getting.
I do love those black bass drums. It's just, that is good. I like that. And yeah,
looks like
awesome here. Look at the costume in front of us.
Yeah,
young lady.
Miss Clear Lake is where this should be. Miss Clear Lake. The Clear Lake Heritage Days is the last weekend in June. Miss Clear Lake, Grace, is it Gronhauer, I do believe it is, but that was the previous one. Now, First Princess Elizabeth Tronrud, also Izzy Anderson, Aristia Swanpole, Anna Cupper. And, yeah, I really like this float. This is a really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Their wave is, they've got the wave. They're working a different kind of cadence to the wave, as you can see, but it's good.
Yeah, but it's their own cadence.
It is their own cadence, as they're going to be followed here, and we'll get in our next group of royalty, the Litchfield Watercade royalty, in just a moment.
That it is.
There's another costume for you.
Yeah.
Is that Minecraft? What is that? Minecraft? Thank you. I always get the Roblox and the Minecraft. I get those confused.
Well, it's much easier to not get confused when you're kind of oblivious to it.
That's a great
idea. Either way,
I should look into that.
Note to self: Litchfield Watercade, July 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Great spot there. Just a little distance from Dassel, Cokato as well.
Yeah, the Litchfield Watercade Days. Miss Litchfield is Raina. The princesses are Brittany, Claire, Kaylee. The junior ambassadors are Amora and Helen.
Nice.
we're going to keep the royalty rolling with the city of Farmington.
Yeah, they're not only rolling, they're trending.
No question. Miss Ambassadors are Amelia Page and Reese. Junior Ambassadors Addison Riley and Sicily, celebrating 150 years of Farmington.
Wow, it is. And then you've got Majestic International Pageant.
The Majestic International Pageant, rocking a sweet Mustang. Is there? You can see there. It's a nice car. We could have a car like that. Maybe that they should let us have that for games, I think.
I was thinking of like the 1979 Trans Am.
Oh, we'll get that for you too if you'd like that.
So, U.S. American Miss.
Yeah, Jana Emerson. There's Kaylee Johnston also there as well. Here's the city of Bram, the ambassador program.
I got to get to that pie day.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Lots of pie in the small town of Bram, the homemade pie capital of Minnesota, celebrating on the first Friday in August. And their royalty as well. Pie days.
So you're not there discussing 3.14 infinity?
Certainly not.
Okay.
Certainly not.
Right.
I'm told there would be no math at that.
Hey, look at this. I've been to this one.
The
Hopkins Raspberry Festival.
As have I. The Hopkins Raspberry Festival. Raspberry Princess Salma Gelly with the Queen Raylan Karstens and Hannah Anderla.
That car is fantastic. Whoa.
I don't know. Those cars scare me after I saw Christine. I don't get behind the wheel of those cars.
Yeah. Make a note to self on that one.
Just saying. Here's the city of Belle Plaine and their royalty. Barbecue Days. You got me right there. Just say Barbecue Days, and I'm in. Miss Belle Plaine is Courtney Eppen. First princess is Carly Rosenwinkel. Second princess is Cameron Steyer. Miss Congeniality is Mackenzie Schwichtenberg.
You know, I think that's a tough job, is being on a float and waving with that big smile and having to keep that smile for like 2 hours as you're going through. That's a tough thing.
Speaking of town rivalries, we saw Bruton earlier. Here's Belgrade.
Hello, Belgrade. It's like the Newman to Seinfeld.
The Belgrade Ambassadors is a scholarship program in the city of Belgrade. Paige Klapke is the ambassador. Ashlyn Carroll, Lachlan Ritter, Joanna Carroll, and Cora Eckstein represent the royalty for Belgrade. August Fest. The Polk County Fair in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. Yee-haw,
Look
as
at
they
that.
say.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That's, well, you don't want you to finish that one. You just keep that one right where it is. The Polk County Fairest of the Fair.
I have one of those John Deere tractors.
Do you really?
Like that, yeah. One that has that pedal on it.
It's the last weekend in July.
Nice.
And that takes us to, oh boy, here we go to the St. Louis Parktacular. This year it is the Paul Bunyan and his friends theme, North Camptacular, with Drake, Kay, Angeli, Tyson, and MJ representing the royalty.
Oh, that's
a cool one. I like the big axe. That's awesome.
And I've got to cover a Blue Ox hockey game.
You're busy. You're a busy person today.
Related.
No doubt.
Hey, we get a look at Wilmer.
Or at least the bus of Wilmer.
Yeah, everyone's got to see the bus.
Yeah, no question. As it is the Wilmer Fest. High School Musical theme this year. I know you're a big fan of the High School Musical, right?
Yes.
Huge fan.
Absolutely.
Queen of the Festivals is Leighton Rain, along with Leah Smith, Crystal Duasso. High School Musical.
What year did that come out?
I feel like it's been a while now on that one. And I must say, like, I get it. Like, I get it. It's very hummable tunes. Here's Sandstone. Miss Sandstone royalty is up next.
It's like earworm.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I wanted to use that before I forgot it. So, but it's good. It's Miss Sandstone.
Kylie Jagalow. Miss Sandstone is Jenna Gady. And Junior Miss Sandstone Princess is Sierra and Sikala. And Little Miss Sandstone is Amzi Ritchie. And also Kaya Koski for Sandstone. And now Boy, they just keep on coming now. Now they're picking up the pace again, aren't they?
Yeah, that's part of that Delano royalty as well. And then you've got Northfield coming at us as well.
The defeat of Jesse James days.
Oh, yes.
And they're a really cool float there. I like that one. Weekend after Labor Day in the city of Northfield. I was just in Northfield a couple weeks ago. It's such a cool town.
Yeah.
I love that place.
You say you were a pickpocket when you were there.
That's what I was there. That's what they said. That is exactly what they said.
City of Robbinsdale.
Yeah, the Whiz Bang Days. Whiz Bang Days celebrating their 75th annual festival next July. Miss Robbinsdale this year is Hannah Holtz, Princess Isabel Schmitz, Izzy Link, Lizzie Madsen, and the junior ambassador is Isaiah Madsen. The float is 55 feet in length, for the record.
Yeah, that's quite a tour up and down Highway 100.
That's if you were scoring at home on that one. The city of Woodbury. The Woodbury ambassadors.
Oh, yes, there we go. A little walking on sunshine. How can you not like this song?
Yes, Miss Woodbury, Bree Kalanoff. Woodbury Princess is Ava Cheney. Senior Queen is, I think it was that Beth Cook?
Yes.
Beth Cook.
Well, you had mentioned that last float. How long in width?
55 feet in length.
Like in Amsterdam, right? You take the canal tour and you see houses you pay per width on a house. Not the depth, not the overall.
Well, speaking of that, you go to Lake Minnewaska, it's the same thing. There's the Miss Minnewaska royalty.
That's what they talk about all the time.
All the time, absolutely.
And that's also Lutefisk.
Oh,
they
is
do
it?
have Lutefisk days, yes.
Fantastic.
Listen, I've been there for that function.
Out here promoting Starbuck Days from Lake Minnewaska.
Gosh. That is a blast out there. Lake Minnewaska, Starbuck. And
I have not been there. I'm going to have to go there.
Earl Bakken, founder of Medtronic, would always take top cardiologists out to Jack's Cafe for Lutefisk.
Oh, thanks anyway. Pass on that.
Unique.
There's a look at the Watertown group right there, the ambassadors, and the Scooby-Doo, the Mystery Machine. Watertown Ambassador Hannah, Junior Ambassadors are Johanna, and Junior Commodore Alexander, with Little Miss Ambassadors Harper and Jackie, as they get ready for Rails to Trail next July in Watertown.
Nice.
All the feels in Anoka, they say, as this next float comes passing by. And they are moving very quickly. Here's Delano. Dropping some Weezer on us. Thank you for that. I'm all for that.
I wasn't a fan of Toto.
Well, Toto is, yeah, that's fine. You don't have to like Toto because Weezer's on. It's better.
I like the original.
Oh, yeah, I did too, actually, in fairness to you on that one.
And we have Miss Albertville.
Yes, Miss Albertville. Well, this is another cool, this is kind of the Nightmare Before Christmas vibe. I love this. Hannah Hughes is Miss Albertville, along with Junior Miss Albertville Carly Kilbin, Junior Miss Albertville Emma Dalton. I like that one too.
That's a great.
What's your favorite? Have you seen one? Have you seen a float? They're all really. I've seen a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, I just think about the work that went into that Albertville one as well.
This one might stick out as very colorful. The City of Lonsdale ambassadors with kind of the Care Bear vibe. This is really well put together. I like this one.
How about the glitz and the shiny lights?
Miss Lonsdale this year is Hannah. And the rest of the royalty there with the full synchronized wave and everything.
It is. I mean, it's like synchronized swimming. They are in it, hitting it. Those costumes could be hot in July.
No question. Now the city of Buffalo doing kind of a Grinch thing. Oh, the Cindy Lou Who hair. Look at that. That's a winner right there. That is so awesome. Are you kidding me? Isabel Anderson is Miss Buffalo this year. Sophia Palmer is the Buffalo Princess with Lauren Strand. Rocking the Cindy Lou Who hair.
Oh, yes. And the Grinch goes down and attempts to take a candy cane from Cindy Lou.
I believe that's what it was. How about the Hudson ambassadors from Hudson, Wisconsin? They're synchronized.
They're in it. in the zone. Very.
That's
That is
Jenna Simmons, Maya Youssef, and Mimi Miller, this year's Hudson ambassadors, with the Sleeping Beauty vibe, although they're very much awake. All right, I'm going to love this one.
This is it.
Toy Story right here.
Yes.
This is fantastic.
Nailed it. Crushed it.
This is for the Pioneer Days in the park. So good.
St. Francis Ambassador Program.
Yes. Led by Hannah Mudick, Brooke Reitzis, I believe that's Ava Anderson, Kendall Eilman as well, I believe that is. Very cool Toy Story float for St. Francis Pioneer Days.
Wow, and this Dunkin' Donuts creates some hunger.
Oh, this is cool too.
Hutchinson.
Miss Hutchinson is Grace Borka with Tatiana Bierbauer, Junior Queen Brindley Purcell Sturgis, and the Commodore, Isaac Olson. Now that's a very...
Yeah.
I like that one.
I like that. You got the door in the back as well.
And some hoops. We can play that.
Very good. Very good. Sauk Rapids also coming our way.
But they're from all over the state and surrounding area. Miss Sauk Rapids pageant. This year, the Sauk Rapids Princess, Macy Britz, along with Maggie Fernholtz and Sage Molija.
Mm-hmm.
With dogs, too. Are you kidding me? Look at those dogs.
Yeah.
Again, dogs don't like me, but I'm a big fan of dogs. Dogs are awesome.
And those dogs have to be pretty well trained to stay up there without trying to motion so much out of there.
Well, normally when they see me, that's when they start to really bark and get angry.
I heard people say, release the hounds when you are around. Jordan Royalty joining us this afternoon, and Kenzie Whiting along with Caitlin Mahoney, Megan Winters, all part of that. The Miss Jordan most congenial. There's Kenzie Whiting.
All part of the Highmate Fest in September 10th. September 10th. So, again, another group that is just starting their kind of year-long ambassadorship.
Yeah, and tonight, remind me, what time does this thing begin tonight for the ambassador
6
program?
6 p.m. at the auditorium.
And, you know, the parade really, as it comes to a close, that doesn't mean that this Halloween day is coming to a close. Actually, it's just beginning. A lot of activities and a lot of events taking place throughout Anoka. And, again, as we come to a close to this parade, still a ways remaining, but keep in mind, tons of things going on in the ambassador program. One of those to take in as you get a look at Montevideo.
Yeah, the Montevideo with Cassie Pauling as the queen this year. Zola Olson, one of the princesses. The Anoka Fire Department, Anoka Champlin Fire Department trucks as well.
Hey, I got to say, I give a call out, too, to the emergency services throughout Anoka and Anoka County for the tremendous job they do. You just get a look at the caliber of equipment, and it's impressive. And probably what's not as impressive is that it's used as often as it is.
It's true.
In rescue situations, but getting back to impressive is the lives they save and the communities that they certainly are a part of and protect, and major call out. Thanks for all they do.
And just an undertaking in things like this, you know, when you have to block off a couple miles of street and you have several thousand people in one spot at one time, it can sometimes be a logistical nightmare. Our folks out here today have done such a fantastic job.
Oh, it is. And do you know what sometimes the end of a parade reminds me of? I was at Corn Capital days when I was a kid. We had Olivia Newton-John just after Greece in the parade.
Oh boy!
And
they let you get there. They let you show up.
I had so much water and cones and everything else. It was, you know, we put her almost at the end.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I couldn't not see her at that time. I think I was like 12,
well,
but that was like in the zones, just through.
Of course.
And that's what I remember about the end of the parades and all of the liquids that went in throughout on a hot day.
I'm a little concerned about all the trucks that are here because what do we have if we need one here really quick? It's the whole fleet is out. This is really impressive showing.
It is. What an awesome parade. What a display of all the businesses represented, all the communities, 50 to 70 miles out from Anoka that are a part of this. And the 102nd showing of the Halloween Parade, Grande Parade, coming to you from QCTV. Great to have you. Joe Rulon along with Tim Anderson. And Tim, phenomenal job. You knocked it out of the park.
Oh, what can I say? When you're given 300 pages of prep material in front of you before you start, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the thing starts, you can't fail. You just can't fail. You can't do anything wrong when that happens.
Great day, great community. And thank you for all the listeners, viewers who have joined us from across the globe and let us know as well. Thank you to Taylor and everyone in the truck and the performance. I'm Joe Rowland along with Tim Anderson. Have yourself a great Halloween weekend, and thanks for joining us.